Is Ghost Recon Wildlands already a disappointment? What did we like about it?
Nothing. Just kidding.
Welcome to Gaming in the Garage. I'm the Chivalrous Toaster here with
The Ghosts.
the Dragon Warrior. Lately, you haven't been saying your name the correct way.
That's kind of my charm, isn't it? I gotta say something that
I wouldn't say charm.
Pertains to the video.
So, Ghost Recon Wildlands, the beta is out today, or out for a few days, but it came out today. It's a closed beta, so we thought, since not everybody's able to play it, we'd give our first impressions after we've both played it for a couple of hours. We're going to start off with the things that we don't like. So if you're like me, and you want to be a fanboy of this game, you can't say you're a fanboy of this game because you haven't played it, most likely. Don't say anything in the comments, because we're going to end on a high note. Because there are things to like about this game. It's just, it feels mediocre, at least here in the beta. So, I've played it, I think, more than you. So, I want to see what you don't like about it first.
I don't like how the game feels, not, I guess, the same, but to where I can feel the Division's DNA in it. I don't like the Division-ness of it. And it's in there.
That's a good way to describe.
I think what it is assets. They took assets from the Division and ported them over. Like, especially the cover mechanic kind of feels similar. The way your dude automatically takes cover. And then gunplay to a point feels sort of like the Division.
So, I can see that, and honestly, one of the things that I don't like about this game is it just kind of feels like a Ubisoft open world game.
Yeah, very generic in the sense that it's just take this stuff from this game.
It feels like if you took like a Far Cry 4 scenario, where it's set in, and put it in Far Cry 2.
Yep.
Because Far Cry 2 was a lot more military shooter-esque, a lot more like a action movie. I don't know if you ever played that one.
Nope.
That one's I think a lot of people really enjoyed that one. But it feels like if you took Far Cry 4 setting and put in like a bunch of things from Far Cry 2, and this is what you get. It's bland.
Yeah, at times it definitely is very bland. Some of the missions, I guess, were kind of cool, but yeah.
And we'll get into the story a little bit, and when we talk about things we like, another thing that I didn't like also involves the story. The lip syncing was so horrible.
Are you hurt? Santa Blanca is not the most gracious of hosts. These Aucas, these demons they had questioning me. Let us say, their talk of love was enough to make me vomit. But their methods were not...
Were their names Yuri and Polito?
Si, Yuri Polito.
These are the fucks that tortured Ricky Sandoval while Sueño questioned him. I want them bad.
We only saw run-of-the-mill Sicarios when we freed Amaru.
But I haven't seen Yuri and Polito in at least 3 days, maybe 4. I don't know where they are now.
We need more intel.
We'll search every village and camp until we find something.
Somebody's gotta know something. Gather documents, hack computers, interrogate hostile lieutenants, talk to civvies, whatever it takes.
We'll turn over every rock.
One of the characters, the first character you meet that isn't a member of your team is a guy named Pak Katari, I think, if I remember correctly. The lip syncing is so terrible. I just closed my eyes whenever I saw him and had to look at his voice and his character try and, like, mouth those words. It felt like I was watching a bad Jackie Chan movie where they dubbed the English.
Yeah, I was going to say one where he didn't do his own English voice.
It's that bad. And
oh boy,
some of the other characters were better, but though that one was really bad and the other ones weren't great. Now I know why all the ghosts cover their face up. It's because they didn't want to have to do the lip sync for them.
They just wear the bandanas.
Yeah. And that gets into the last real gripe that I have with the beta. The character customization is so boring. It's like The Division. It's about that much customization.
See, and that's one thing that I don't think I've seen anybody touch on. They've all said, I mean, it looked decently in depth, at least with the clothes.
No, it's presets.
Okay, it's all
You
presets.
you can't
Okay.
customize the face. It's all presets. You can add
Okay.
scars. There's like 7 hair options,
Okay.
and they're all like military hairs, and then like mohawk because we're 12 and we still think mohawks are cool.
Yeah.
That's it. It's very boring. And yeah, sure, there's a lot of clothing customizations, but we're not playing Victoria's Secret Fashion Model 2017 Simulator. We're playing Ghost Recon. I want to make my character look vastly different from everybody else other than clothes. I don't want to be like the Division where I'm like super excited because I found a beanie on a dead guy.
I think you can actually find clothes in this game, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I really hate that.
So I actually have kind of a negative point. I guess my last big one is the driving.
Oh, it's so
The
terrible.
controls
Especially
were not good at
so
all.
our gameplay, we had to run the game at a little lower quality so we could get a constant frame rate while recording with shadow play. But the driving combined with the lower graphics was so terrible. And the control, I had to use the controller to drive ever. And then I just realized that the only way to get around in this world is by helicopter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because the driving, maybe it's not so bad on the consoles because the controller is definitely a better way to do driving than the keyboard and mouse. But the driving's bad. And another thing I found, I'll try and get some footage of this if I remember. The windows don't break. You can just shoot a window and then the car will blow up. Which, while funny, is sad.
Yeah.
So, before we ramble on about what's mediocre about this game, let's go into what we like. Again,
Okay.
I'll let you start things off.
So I liked the sniper rifle. The SMGs did feel a little Division E to me, but the sniper rifle felt like a ghost weapon. You had a silencer on there. You could just pick people off from a distance. It was most of the time a one-shot kill, and that felt like a stealth game.
I really enjoyed that, and how all the weapons that you got came with a silencer on them already, and you didn't have to find them. Real quick, another thing I didn't like, you have to find gun attachments and skill points. That's how you level up. You find skill points. I don't know what you find medals and they give you skill points. I hope in the full game you can also level up by playing the game. Interesting
I don't know,
concept.
it is definitely a weird
but
way
it's
to level
annoying.
up.
And the gun attachments finding is retarded. I hated it in the Division. I hate it now. It's stupid. It's just a way to make you want to, or almost force you, if you really want a certain attachment for a weapon, to explore more. But I liked the guns. I really only used the assault rifle and the sniper rifle. But I also liked the cover system, sort of.
Yeah.
Not in the sense that the way you did it. What I enjoyed is that I could like crouch down in some bushes and I could be like right next to the enemy in broad daylight. And maybe that's just a problem with their AI, but it was
Their
was
AI
fun.
was pretty bad. That's one thing that I forgot to say. They had pretty bad AI.
Another thing I really liked was the things they took from Ghost Recon Future Soldier and brought into this game. The sync shot makes an appearance in this game. They only give you one. I don't know if you have to level it up to get more, but
idea.
it's a fun mechanic, and it's definitely better with your AI teammates than with your friend teammates, because the AI teammates will do it right when you say. Another thing I liked that they brought back was the gunsmith. It still looks really cool. Seeing the gun explode and then kind of piece back together really quick is awesome. And it's a good way to see how the attachment that you want to put on it will look with your weapon.
So I actually really liked the weather effects in the game too. I felt like they were pretty good. I mean, the graphics weren't astounding, but that is probably just because we had to run it at lower graphics quality. But the weather effects were honestly pretty good.
They definitely didn't look as good as they had in the trailer.
No.
But
not even close.
I never got the storms like I wanted. I wanted to test to see if the storm really affected it like in Metal Gear Solid 5,
Slightly.
where there's like a storm and you could be running through the enemy base and just killing everybody. I never got to test that out, but right when you got on,
I got it.
it happened,
I was
which
running
made
one of
me
the story
mad.
missions.
Maybe it was supposed to happen in the story.
Maybe.
I don't know. But it does. It looks cool.
And it makes them detect you slightly slower. But
they already detect you so slow.
Yeah.
I was playing on one of the missions, and I had to raise the difficulty because it was too easy. On normal difficulty,
Yeah.
it was pretty easy.
The AI is really bad.
Another thing I liked was the amount of, like, how big and the amount of stuff that's
definitely was
in the
pretty
world.
big.
This is only one. They've said this, it could be a No Man's Sky type thing.
Yeah.
This is one of 21 areas that are supposed to be in the game, and this one feels big.
It feels really big. I just have a worry that they're all going to feel the same.
Samey? Yeah, I understand that, but
But it definitely
they all
was big.
felt the same in Just Cause 3, and I had
Pretty
a
big
blast
sandbox, so it was
doing
cool.
that. And really, what I like is the air vehicles, to be specific. I like traversing over these vast, like, forests and stuff in a helicopter. Because it looks pretty.
It does.
There's just, I don't know, a bunch of cool things to see when you're just flying above everything. And you can unlock a parachute and just, like, parachute down. It's pretty cool. So that's really,
That's the plus sides.
that's the plus sides. Real quick, the story was decent. It's interesting enough to keep you engaged for the 6 missions that are available. The side missions have no real story purpose. Their only purpose is to unlock things that the rebels will do for you.
Which is very Far Cry 4-esque.
Yeah, and, which is helpful, but there's no story reason to do it.
No.
And then the main story missions, it feels like a very predictable
Yeah.
kind of story. And I'm hoping that in the full game, the story missions get more in depth, and of course, more challenging is what I would like to see. So, is Ghost Recon Wildlands a flop already? I think we can be optimistic for the full release. Of course, we're going to keep playing and probably do another video right at the end of the beta on our closing thoughts and what we can look forward to with the full release, or what we hope we see. But that is all, guys. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time.